Go.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Harr Toyota in Scion. My name's Derek. You must be Terry.
Yes.
Very nice to meet you, Terry. I understand you're interested in the new 2011 TC.
Yes.
Fantastic. I also understand that you looked at the 04 a while back and things just didn't pan out then. Kind of a good thing that you waited. Being a recent college grad, you do qualify for the college grad rebate as well as the special Scion lease. That qualifies you for $270 a month, and the college grad rebate will actually cover the money down. So you can do nothing down, $270 a month for a brand new Scion. Now, Scion started with a very particular mindset in place. It's called the Scion Promise. It's for openness, flexibility, and personalization. Now, the openness comes from pure pricing. You pay what's posted. You don't have to worry about paying too much or having to shop around. It takes the whole hassle out of buying a Scion. Now, the word Scion actually means descendant. It's a descendant of Toyota. That's what the word actually means. It has Toyota DNA. So quality, dependability, reliability, amongst many other things. It's actually a Toyota underneath the hood. And I'm going to show you that right now. You want to follow me right to this side? It really is just an exceptional value. If you want to go ahead and just pull on that hood release there for me. We'll head right back around to the front there. And just to the right of the center ornament here, we'll just pop the hood open. First thing that you're going to know is everything is very easy to find. All your filler tanks are clear, so it's easy to see the fluid that you're filling up.
Okay.
One is missing though, and that's electronic power steering. There's no power steering fluid, so that's one less toxic chemical that gets dumped back into the environment.
Okay.
And also it's a lot less maintenance for you in the long run. In addition to that, they've really streamlined the maintenance package. You got Toyota's direct ignition system, so there's no spark plug wires. You also have iridium tip spark plugs that are good for 125,000 miles. Pretty incredible. Saves you a bunch of money in the service department. Speaking of service, right now, Toyota Care is also standard with Scion. You get 2 years, 25,000 miles of free maintenance. All your oil changes, tire rotations, all the stuff that you normally spend money on in service is covered for you. Comes with the car for free. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
In addition to that, you also get a 3-year, 36,000 mile bumper-to-bumper warranty and a 5-year, 60,000 mile powertrain warranty. So again, an exceptional value. A couple of things that you're going to notice right here. You're going to notice little crumple zones. Not such a big deal. Every car comes with crumple zones, but Toyota takes it a step further. They have progressive crumple zones, meaning they get stiffer and stiffer as you get closer to that firewall.
Okay.
Also, they have something called tailored blanks. Down underneath on the frame, there's actually different pieces of steel, different thicknesses, similar to this kind of like antenna. As it gets closer and closer to that firewall, those pieces of steel thicken up and absorb the impact and get more firm as it gets closer to that firewall, protecting the passengers inside.
Wow.
You also notice something else that's rather different. If you look at this piece of stamped sheet metal here, as well as the same piece of stamped sheet metal right here, and the same piece of stamped sheet metal under the fender. One piece of stamped sheet metal on the side of this car. Now, to give you an example, without having welds on the side of the car, it creates a very rigid surface. You put one weld in there, one little weak spot, and it folds up. It's the last thing you want to have happen if you get your passengers inside the compartment of that car. So by having one piece of stamped sheet metal, no welds, much safer vehicle. It does get a 5-star safety rating from the Institute of Highway Safety. The government has not tested the car yet, but you can expect the same results to show up there. Other things, that they've done to add safety, you do have the 5-star safety system, which all stems from, and just come down here with me, I want you to take a look at this. These brakes, it's independent anti-lock brakes, and that's very important. With that, you have vehicle stability control, traction control, brake assist, and electronic brake distribution. The vehicle stability control. I know you're into performance. You mentioned that earlier. If you want to drift around a corner a little bit, do a little bit of sliding, if you go too far and oversteer, one of the 4 anti-lock brakes will actually brake for a split second and straighten the car back out. If you're moving real quick in a canoe, for instance, and you hold one oar in the water, it steers the whole canoe, that's using a brake to steer a vehicle. That's how vehicle stability control works. It can save your life.
Wow.
Traction control will enhance starting out in the snow. I know winter travel is kind of important to you, the added traction during the winter. What the traction control does is it slows the wheels so that they regain traction, and then it lets you accelerate. Brake assist, if you make a hard, fast punch on that brake pedal, the car knows it's time to stop. So instantly, it'll flood those lines with more hydraulic pressure, causing you to stop a lot shorter.
Okay.
Also, electronic brake distribution. If you have a lot of weight in the back of the vehicle, let's say you have some cargo back there, it'll apply more brakes to the rear where it's needed. Again, stopping you much faster, and also, it could save a life, plain and simple. In addition to that, I'm just going to close this hood real quick.
Okay.
The resale value, phenomenal. 67% residual.
Wow.
After 3 years. And that's part of the reason why that lease is such a low payment. I'm going to have you just hop inside the car over here.
Okay.
Notice the little directionals on the mirror. It seems really simple, But if you've ever been on the highway, you're in the right lane, someone's in the left lane, you both go to merge towards the middle at the same exact time. It can cause a problem, obviously. So with these directionals, they're more likely to see you coming over, less likely to run into that scenario. How does that feel?
That feels really good.
Comfortable?
Very.
First couple things you're going to notice, the steering wheel is designed to, simulate a race car steering wheel. Again, it's all about performance. Now, I know you were considering adding ground effects and a TRD lowering kit. You can still do that and still have the ability to travel in winter here in New England because of the approach angle and the ground clearance in the new TC. It sets up much higher than the older one. So you can still get you those accessories and personalize it the way you want it to. Underneath the steering wheel here, you do have a little lock that'll allow you to not only tilt it, but also telescope it in and out. You've also got your controls right in the steering wheel for your radio. You can also add Blue Logic Bluetooth to this car. You had mentioned earlier that that was important to you, being able to talk hands-free over your cell phone. You can do that. We can actually have it added. And one of the advantages to adding all these accessories at the time of sale, you get a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on all those accessories. Whereas if you wait till later, it's a 1-year warranty. In addition to that, you can roll all those accessories into the lease, and it actually residualizes at the end. So it'll save you a whole bunch of money.
Awesome.
Sound system important to you, Terry?
Yes,
It is. Awesome. You get 3 choices. You can stick with what you have in here. This is the Pioneer 300-watt sound system with 8 speakers, 2 tweeters, and 2 woofers. Believe it or not, your dad was driving a Lexus. You told me that earlier?
Yes, he was.
The LX570 from Lexus, same exact sound system.
Wow.
Pretty incredible for a price tag under 20 grand, wouldn't you say?
Very.
Now you could upgrade that to an Alpine sound system or the Scion navigation system, which puts out 340 watts of power. Quite the sound system, and with that nav, it integrates with your Bluetooth. You can simply press on a little icon on there. It'll give you the phone number. You can hit dial, call in an order, and then go pick up your food on the way home.
Wow.
Pretty cool. Right above your head there, the big gaping hole in the roof. Panoramic sliding moonroof. You notice in the back they have a little piece of glass there as well. So really cool interior, quite a bit different than anything else on the market. These seats are a little bit different too. They're a bit more of a bolster type seat, give you really good support. Now, speaking of seats, you have an airbag in the side of your seat here. This vehicle actually has 8 airbags, not 7, 8. You've got the side curtain airbags that cover both sides of glass, the bolster airbags that come out of the seat to protect your rib cage on both this side and the passenger side, 2 knee airbags, passenger and driver side knee airbags. And the front airbags, they're gauged, it's called the Occupant Classification Safety System. It's sizing you up as you sit here. Your height, your weight, and whether or not you have your seatbelt on, that decides how hard that airbag is going to deploy. So they're more likely to save you as opposed to hurt you. On the other side there, if you put someone in the front that weighs approximately 70 pounds or less, that airbag will shut right off. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it's very impressive.
Strap that on for me. Something in the seatbelt called a pretensioner. Part of the problem with airbags, when you slam on your front brakes, what happens? You lean forward and bang, that airbag deploys. With these vehicles, as you start to lean forward just before airbag deployment, the pretensioner sucks you back into your seat, putting your head against the headrest where it belongs, and then the airbag pops. Pretty neat.
Wow.
Now, these headrests, they're actually called active headrests. If you get rear-ended in a collision, both this side and the passenger side, the headrest will actually move up and forward to prevent whiplash, giving you better support so your neck doesn't snap back.
Nice.
Again, all these safety features crammed into a car that lists for under $20,000, it's an exceptional value. Would you agree?
I would.
Awesome. Go ahead and hop right up. Want to follow me? Plenty of cargo space when you need it. So whenever you're carrying anything, whether it be snowboards or skis, or if you just have to go pick up some stuff at the grocery store, it can certainly come in handy. And you'll also notice that you can actually fold your seats flat from right back here. Simply push and it's down. So you can load your cargo right up very, very easily.
Nice.
Underneath here you do have a little bit of extra storage space with a temporary spare. It is full size and height, so the car won't lean to one side like the older temporary does, but at the same token it's much lighter so you can take it out without straining your lower back.
Beautiful.
There are crumple zones in the rear of the vehicle as well, again absorbing energy in case of a bad collision.
Okay.
I'd like to take a moment to sit down at the Scion configurator with you, add some of the options that you and I had talked about earlier. There's several of them. You could go on for hours about them, really. Now, you had mentioned earlier you're also looking at the Civics EX, the Kia Forte, I think you had mentioned, and also the Mazda 3. The TC has a more efficient, more powerful engine than any of those competitors. This actually gets 23 miles per gallon in the city, 31 on the highway for a combined rating of 26 miles per gallon. Excuse me. Want to have you have a seat in the passenger seat?
Okay.
And I'm just going to grab a license plate and we'll take it for a ride.
Beautiful.
That's it.
Thumbs up.